Vroom, vroom. Right, this is a car I bought in Portugal, so it's Portugal to Prescott. Lover special. Oh, we hadn't even looked at that one. Look, it's got 2 engines, one in the back, one in the front. What a lovely old car, eh? With a fabulous history. Bloody good car. No, it's looking ever so good. Yeah, you see now, this is a really good car. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. She said, "And that's my husband's ashes." Well, I think that's worked out very nicely, darling, because tomorrow, yeah, there'll be a load of people here tomorrow. The first time I came here, I think I was 12 years old, and we came in our Austin 10, which had a dicky seat. So obviously I rode in the dicky seat. So I can't believe, you know, that I'm sitting here now, which is a miracle, really. Now, Austin 7. This is what they call the short course. The big course, where I used to hold the record, goes out there and round. I've done this course, but I didn't get a record on it. But anyway, it's a lovely day under the oak tree. Can't believe it, really. Susie will make a film today of, you know, probably a few characters and what have you. Could be lucky. We've ordered 2 horn buttons from Albert, and he said it's the first order of the weekend.
Yeah. And hopefully not the last.
This young man has just come up and said hello to me. He just does bodywork. Just. I said to him, the only time I ever tried to do aluminium welding, I finish up with a hole. He just showed me a picture of a Type 30, which he's obviously done the skinning on.
What was your YouTube channel called?
Metal Shaper Tom. So yeah, I'm building an Austin 7 special on there at the moment.
Oh, because it's got the same size tyres as Guy's car, which is
a Le Zebra, 1914 Le Zebra. Same colour as this, and obviously a first cousin of this, but a bit earlier.
They're smaller than those, but they're both beaded edge, which means they clinch in that bit there.
Oh, like we had the problem with on the...
Like we had the problem at Goodwood, when the tyre came off.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
And then what they do, the buckets that push the valves down, they've got them round that way. So the camshafts, they've got a slot in them. So that's why the cam box is only that deep. In 1922, they put a twin cam head on it, and obviously it won everything, but obviously that is the production engine.
Yeah, and what year is this?
1927.
27, okay.
Yeah, no, I think it's 1100. It was guaranteed to do 70 miles an hour. You know?
Amazing.
And that's not the quick one.
Amazing.
And then on the later ones, they fit in a blower where the start was.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
yeah, then it became a...
And it lapped Brooklands at 114 miles an hour. But finding an original one, look at the pedals, you won't believe it. Look at those pedals, it's done no miles.
My God, yeah.
They're not even small.
Yeah. What's that, the plaque on the dashboard there?
That, in the days when this was in Portugal, the owner had to have his name on the car. This is a Vauxhall 3098, and that's called a kidney box.
A kidney box?
God knows why it's called a kidney box.
It's when they were in operating theatres, when they were doing operations.
Oh yeah, they look
like a kidney, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The little trays they pulled instruments in.
I've never seen a kidney.
I think I
bet
might
you had
wreck
a
one.
steak and kidney pie.
Oh, look at that.
Well, that's...
Do you know, my dad...
That is clean, isn't
My
it?
dad used to rave about 3098 Vauxhalls, because in the day, they had one for towing.
Yeah.
And he went, oh, Bentleys, he used to say, 3098, much better car. My brother was only a little boy, and he used to tell a story about going along in the 3098, sitting on the back seat, and they were going so fast, the back seat was starting to lift him off the ground.
Sounds right.
That's right.
And they are great tow cars. We're fitting a tow bar to this for next year, so we can go to France again.
That's very much like my Hall & Scott.
It is, yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah.
So obviously in the old days the fuel just didn't do that what it does, does it? You know, and that you can't touch that. That's absolutely.
And you can't get a more stupid idea than an updraft carburettor, really, can you?
No. I tell you what, it's lovely, isn't it?
She's a really nice car.
Yeah, don't leak at all.
No, we've done quite a lot of work on it.
It's a quite good job that we haven't touched that, because me and John would not be able to do that. It would leak shiny.
Always, Ivan.
I don't think it's got any oil in it. I don't reckon it's got any oil. Typical here in Prescott. I know everybody, but I don't remember their names.
Right, okay.
So luckily they know I am. So that's
We do
it.
know who you are, Ivan, yeah.
So there we are.
So I'm in the Morgan, yeah.
You're in the Morgan.
I'm in the Morgan, yeah. Your fabricator made the exhaust and the inlet,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember all of that. Right, you remember this? We took the bits. There's a whole video about this car, and apparently it's going. Apparently it's going beautifully.
This is the steady special. And what were you saying about the rolling road, Alex?
So when it went into the rolling road, it was making about 45 horsepower, and the old boy that had it for 3 weeks, and it's now making 118.
That's ridiculous.
That's unbelievable.
Huge improvement, yeah.
Oh.
Pulls all the way up to 4.5.
Worrying.
Worrying, yeah. It's so much smoother as well.
God knows what he managed to do just with that bit there.
Yeah.
You know, that's very clever. This looks serious. They got the body off. Perhaps it's not so serious because it's got a good car that you could take the body off. That looks like an Anzani. Years and years ago, I went to a place and it was a big estate, and their fire pump was driven by one of those engines. It's a water-cooled Anzani engine. I took it off the water pump and I sold it to John Foy, who put it on a Morgan three-wheeler. And it had never been run. It was so good.
And it's a GN.
It's a GN and it's got overhead inlet, side valve exhaust, V-twin,
And a big headlight.
and a big headlight.
Hello, Ivan.
Hello.
I do enjoy your videos.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're really good.
I'm just saying, it's amazing how good they are, isn't it? This is Duncan. I don't remember. I just asked him his name. I didn't remember it.
Well, it's actually a shared car
Yeah.
between my brother and sister.
All
We
right.
inherited it from my father,
Oh, lovely.
who bought it in 1967.
And it's a Riley, obviously, a
It's
Riley.
a Riley Ulster Imp. Works history. It's built for the 34 TT in
Blimey.
Northern Ireland. Raced at Brooklands.
Good old dad, eh?
Yeah, the doors on it. It never used to have doors, the
Yeah,
Ulster Imp,
Yeah.
but they were a requirement for the 1938 TT at Donington.
Yeah.
1938.
1938, and Cuth Harrison drove it in the 38 TT at Donington Park,
What a good car, eh?
and got the doors put in.
And I'll tell you what he's done that's really clever, is that bit there. If you look at most vintage cars, they go straight down
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
and you can't get your feet out.
Yeah, no, it does help. It does
That's
help,
really
yeah.
good, that. What a lovely old car, eh, with a fabulous history.
Passing on to the next generation, my son Ruben, he's doing his very first speed event here today.
Oh, right.
So he's
Oh,
done his
that's
first
good.
practice run, and he hasn't put it into the Armco or
Nah,
anything.
you
So
wouldn't do that. Yeah. I mean, this car knows where it's going, doesn't it?
it does. Yeah, it's been here
You'd,
many times.
You
yeah.
wouldn't, you probably could sit in this and touch the steering wheel and do it itself. So I've got some good bits on that.
Is that Japan?
I think it's 1.5 litre, isn't it? First race I ever won was in a Morgan three-wheeler.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, at Silverstone. It was a handicap race, and I was in a Super Aero, just an ordinary one. And we were going well, and every now and again somebody looked broken down, and you know, Bill Chur was in it, and they were all opposite the back. And as we went by the bloke who waved the flag, my mate was with me. He said, "I think we've won." I said. And we're driving around discussing whether we won or not. Anyway, we'd won, you know. I had the laurel wreath and they were interviewing, and what do you think, Jeremy, about this thing? And how was it and all that, you know. It was so
brilliant.
It was completely out of the blue, you know. I no more thought we were going to win and fly to the moon with lead wings. Yeah, you see, now this is a really good car. It's got well-placed wheels at the back, speeders on the front. It's not a big car, and it's got an 8-cylinder aeroplane engine. That's what you call a real proper sensible little racing car, really.
And that's Edwardian.
Yeah, it's all old stuff. I don't know who made that, but they knew what they were doing. That's like a 1919 Lotus 7. I mean, that is a beautiful job, that. How you going?
Bit of chat.
Good, yeah, brilliant.
Oh, that's
yeah, fantastic so
That's
far.
amazing.
Or maybe next year you can show us how it's done.
Well, I'd definitely like to be here. Yeah, I'm gonna make an effort to get here.
Yeah, brilliant.
Another bloke we've inspired.
Yeah, been watching Ivan's videos for a long time now, and I bought a Riley Adelphi. He sparked my interest in vintage cars. So.
Oh, there you are. Wow, that's amazing. Way back then.
Oh, and I found you took on the And this is the lady you kissed in Derbyshire, Ivan.
Put him down, you don't know where he's been.
Oh, how
That's
lovely
good,
to see
yeah.
you.
Is this you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the latest one, is it?
No, that's the one I've always had.
Oh,
No,
really?
the one that I'm doing with the whole Scott engine in it, that's Well, I get a bit further down the line with the car.
Well, maybe you'll understand
Oh,
this
you load it down a bit.
massively.
Yeah.
So I've gone from. So we drove here on those 32T sprockets,
Yeah.
and you do like 90 miles an hour and everything else. So I went up the hill and did 52 seconds. But because it's got quite a limited power band.
Yes.
So I did one gear change on the hill with them, first into second, stayed in second. And with these I'll do 7 gear changes. So I come into Orchard in top, down to third, round Orchard, down to second out of Pardon, into third before the Essence. And
Makes it more fun anyway,
because
doesn't
it
it?
changes gears so quickly. When I did this on the old red Mercedes, it went 4 seconds quicker, even though I had 6 more gear changes.
Yeah.
So I quite like the... And also, if you just come back and do the same thing every year,
Yeah.
you don't really
But
know.
I mean,
Yeah, look.
that is massive.
Oh yeah, look at
I
that.
mean, look. Take a film of that, Susie. Look.
I've gone from these big ones,
On the
which
road.
I've just driven up the hill on, and now we're going to try those
So
little
it's
ones.
like, you know, it's
But you
like,
drove on the road.
So we drove on these big ones, where you can
Yeah.
do 90 miles an hour, it's all really friendly, and
Oh,
then
on the coming here.
yeah, and then I did one run this morning on those, so I can compare the two
Oh, I see, I
things.
see, I see.
And then now we're putting these little Archie, my son, changing his rods over.
Fantastic.
well, you know, that's like going from a 4.9.
I can do 48 miles an hour on them.
Yeah.
In top, flat out.
Yes, yeah. So it's really big. I mean,
That's massive.
he ain't doing it fractions. He's gone mad. Really.
Yeah. So there's your camshaft drive there, which drives off the flywheel, and then that flywheel's fanned, and when you shut the bonnet, and because it's got an under tray, when it's ticking over, it just sucks air through the rev.
Yeah.
Because it's like a huge fan at the back.
That's quite clever, that, isn't it?
And it doesn't use up any horsepower, because when you're belting along, it doesn't make any difference to all the wings going through anyway.
Yeah, solid. These are the bonnet tips, and that is obviously to lift the bonnet, and then you lift that up like that, and it drops in there. Absolutely solid. There's no way that's ever.
Is that German design?
Well, yeah, possibly. Yeah, I mean, it obviously is. You know.
How big's the engine?
I don't know.
13.5.
13.5
That's
litres.
ridiculous.
Makes my Hall and Scott look like an Austin 7.
Quite a small car. You know, it's not as vast.
But quite a big engine. That's what they all say.
Now here she is, sitting in the Mercedes. So what about the pedals, Susie? Do you know what's on?
Yeah, those ones we don't use because they're like transmission. That's the clutch.
Yeah.
That's the accelerator.
So you use the
That's the
handbrake.
handbrake. Right.
And that's the accelerator.
Talk about a bigger tight fit.
Do you think you're going to be able to get your bottom out of there, Ducky?
Yes, I am.
What you've got to imagine is this boy's thought about nothing else all his life. And look, that's his son. So we're going to have another one.
Yeah.
I love the shockers on this. Look at that. Take a picture of them, Susie. That's a great big spring. Squeezing all that lot together. I mean, what a knocker. I tell you what, that's what we've got to put on the midget. You know we've got them dog bones.
Yeah.
You want something like that. We had a bloke that raced the Lance Norton. He sent me some plastic. to put in the rockers on the Hall and Scott, because it's exactly like a mixed normal. So, you know, when they go like that. So I said, on this car, it looked very similar, so I sent him, or you sent him, a block of stuff, and of course it's not the same.
It's the single overhead camshaft, and then inside where the rocker gear is, if you can slip something in, these cars were designed as a total loss system. And they certainly operate like that because there's a lot of oil pours out of the top. Ivan's managed to stench his down now to only 50%, slow it down. Mine's not terrible, but you know, with the end of every drive, you've got to get in there with some rags and try and save the ground from being covered in oil.
I have to say, just doing this video, Ivan, you're not looking very tall.
No, that's true.
That's better.
Let's start this video again, shall we?
85 brake horsepower, and that's what it did on the rolling road after he did his thing. So, yeah, that's what I think.
So none of the horses have run away.
No, they're all there. They're all there. And I'll bet you there's a few of them around which have got a lot more than 85 over these
Yes.
days.
I say, you must be in a very small band of people with an original car.
Getting official attention.
Years ago, I had a little incident at Mallory Park.
Right, okay.
And I came before the steward, and I said something. He said, "So you admit you were doing it, do you?" So I said, "Oh yeah." He said, and then he said, and I said, "No, I'd be a fool to fall out with you, wouldn't I?" You know. So this is Hickey. If you remember one of our videos, I told you about the Hall and Scott breaking its gearbox, and Hickey found me a gearbox. This man knows more about Edwardian cars, especially Dodges, and he knows where all the bits are. So I just said to him, "Have you stopped working for other people, Hickey?" And what did he say?
Well, basically don't do a lot of physical work anymore for many people, but the phone never seems to stop ringing from all over the world. People are asking how to take Dodges apart and put them together and how they function.
And picking your brains.
Yeah, if I had a brain, they'd be picking it. I think that's why it's gone, that's it. It's been picked so much, there's not a lot left.
Dry,
I don't
oh
think.
dear.
So what was they using?
Oh wow, and again.
Loads of people. But their cylinders, as their cylinder fires, we open the valve and the hot explosion comes out and blows the whistle.
Why would you have had it on there? Why would you have had one?
Well, it's an audible warning of approach instead of a horn, isn't it?
Yeah, so you'd have done that if you see people in the distance in the old days. I tell you what, they need that on the electric cars, don't they?
Yeah.
They need that. That ought to be laws, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know, darling, but it's got a bit of history in it. Look at this. You know,
Had a hard life.
it's sat for a few years doing nothing, that's for sure. But that's a very early Jap. I did a Morgan years ago that was like a teens Morgan, you know, it was like 1917 or so, and that had a same as that. So it's a very early.
Here we are, OTAV.
Yeah, whatever. Belt drive.
Oh, belt drive, yeah.
I mean, that really is very. But look, everywhere you look, it all matches.
Yeah.
It's all actually got rusty together.
Yeah.
What a lovely old thing. Yeah.
And what did you say you were in today, Eddie? What's he driving?
It's called the Beck Power Plus, so it's a Shelsey special.
Very famous car.
Yeah, someone called Bill Beck made it in the 20s. He couldn't afford to buy a proper car to go and hill climb, so he built his own thing and did really well with it in the 20s. And it's still really original, you know, still a lot of the...
What's it called?
It's called a Pirate, but it's got an aeroplane engine, but it's air-cooled.
Okay.
So it's really light.
So an air-cooled airplane
You
engine.
see that body there?
Yeah.
That came off of Julian's. Do you get
Is this
it?
him?
Four-cylinder air-cooled
Which one? Is that the same?
No, his is a Monasco.
Ah.
An American
Yeah.
jobby. We don't talk about that.
No.
This is homegrown by de Havilland.
Really?
It's a gypsy, but I made these heads.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like you've done a bit of work then.
Yeah, and the high lift rockers.
Oh.
But you can see their cross flow, and they were side by side porting, which was not very good.
No, that's not. So you made then?
Yeah.
Right.
CNC out of a billet aluminium 6082.
Yes.
I know. I got a really good subby in Birmingham. He'll be here tomorrow.
Everything's made in Birmingham.
Yeah, that's right, including Bugatti crankshafts.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Yeah, Brilliantons,
yeah.
So do you know Ivan, or are you just a fan?
Carringtons. Pardon?
Do you know Ivan already, or you just?
I feel I do, but I like his approach. Hands-on experience. That's what it's all about for
Don't
me.
flatter him too much, or he'll
No,
get
but
big-headed.
you know, it was before the days of ECUs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
No, this is a knockout. How long have you been doing this?
I've finished this in 2016.
Oh, right.
Bought an engine off it's a Gypsy 3, it's the first one they inverted, so
right,
I bought it off a guy in the club who got a lot of bits and he wasn't doing anything with any of them.
Yeah.
So I bought that, and then I got a chassis, GN chassis off another bloke. Oh, all the...
That's a car that we made.
all the scoots. We're
Oh, well, I reckon it's a credit to you.
Well,
Looks good to me.
well,
Credit to him.
coming from you, that's praise indeed. Thank you very much.
I think the cylinder heads is a lovely tweak, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, Ivan, these are some of your international fans.
Yes, well, we were at Cock Hill, and this young man sat in my car.
Yes.
And he's never forgot it, and he's just come to talk to me. In this
Fantastic.
fabulous place, Prescott. You can't beat it.
I'm very glad to meet you again, Ivan.
You're very welcome.
Arigato.
How do you know Ivan?
The only time I've met him, I feel like I know him because I've watched everything, but the Morgan Three-Wheeler Club night trial finished at Ivan's premises when he was running it.
They had breakfast there.
And he was
okay.
taller, slightly better looking.
Slightly more rotund.
Well, that's for you to say. And it was a pleasure, and when I found out about Ivan's channel, I just think it's great, and I think you've made a really lovely difference to it as well. And I saw you coming down through the top when you first arrived. I thought, Dutters! I must thank him for everything he's done on the channel and everything. And yourself, Susie.
Don't blow too much smoke up
What
his
a
arse.
lucky girl.
No, well, no, but I mean a little bit of smoke don't hurt, does it?
What a lucky girl you are. Oh, Winston T's in his Bugatti. I like to have a look at his Bugatti.
This is it, yeah.
How's it going?
Brilliant.
Youngest man, and he said, I ain't doing anything because I decided I'm going to get my 35 done. So he stopped work.
And it's done.
And it's done. And he went to Montanari, bit of aggro there, wasn't there?
Yeah, a bit of aggro there.
But he's sorted it out now, and it's obviously going like a good one.
And we went down to, got it going a week later and went down to the GP 100, the French Bugatti Club.
Oh,
in
wow.
Burgundy in it.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah. And hopefully you're going to take your Type 44 to the wiring done.
Yes.
At his establishment.
Yep, absolutely.
Brilliant.
Well, this is an original chassis.
An original engine.
It's all original stuff. All of it is original.
Yeah.
I got the chassis and I felt because the chassis survived, it needs to be built back up with original bits only.
Absolutely.
So there are some
It
replica
took
bits.
a long time.
There are some replica bits in here.
Yeah.
But those are only the bits that I've got on the shelf, which I haven't yet got the skill to fix the old ones.
Oh, right.
2 MAG engines, motor to coast, that stands for, I think. I mean, what a knockout, eh? People used to build these things, you know, in the old days. all
Like
the
the
time.
exhausts.
Yeah.
And this on the top, this.
Well, that's probably, could be a fuel tank. Yeah, it is a fuel tank. What about down here? The chains look all...
Oh my God. That's a car and a half, isn't it?
The Austin 7 axle, with one side shortened down and the other side the original length, so you could sit down low and get between the chains.
Oh dear.
And I see it's got a starter motor, so they've obviously doing the same thing again to get them going. You need to do it. That's why I started doing that with the Emerson. It doesn't matter.
Hello, young man. How are you?
Hello, mate. Good to see you. How's your lot?
No.
That's good.
Is your lad here?
No. No, I'll tell you where he is. He's racing his Alpha.
Oh, is he?
Oh, I don't know, Snetterton or somewhere like that.
It's lubricated by you just put oil on everything.
You don't have to put it on there.
It's almost too much to take in this, isn't it?
Run it for 2 minutes, and I was just looking at the self-starter.
Yeah.
The self-starter turns that, and you pull that, and it puts it...
Oh, it engages?
Yeah, it starts it, and then you pull it out again.
Wow.
Because the trouble is now, you can't tie them around the paddock. They won't let you.
Oh, right.
No, so, you know, you've got to... You know, with these things, they always start messing about.
Yeah.
And you've got to turn them off, haven't you?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And I've got an Emerson, and I'm trying to work out how to make the starter work on that.
Right.
And we're sort of almost there. But that is, I've never seen anything like that.
No, that's
really clever.
Well, it's all a bit unique, isn't it?
Oh, it's fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then again, you see, that's 2 Ariel Square 4 engines.
Oh, yeah, I've not seen that one. Wow.
So that's an 8-cylinder one. Yeah, so it's 2 litre. 2 Ariel Square 4 engines.
2 times 1 litre.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, here we are.
There's the gearbox. Love a special. Oh, we hadn't even looked at that one. It's got 2 engines, 1 in the back, 1 in the front.
So 1 at the back.
Yeah, I think this is BSA.
Yeah.
And then 1 at the front. Which is also BSA, I think. That's amazing, isn't it? Is it Jamaican? Yeah.
Are you happy to be on the video on Ivan's channel?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You did film me once before, and I was a bit disappointed not to make the channel, actually.
Oh, sorry. What was
on
that?
Wessex trial last year.
Oh.
Scrutiny of your car.
Oh.
You know, with some therapy and stuff, I've got over it.
Oh, I tell you what, yeah.
It's okay. I'm not bitter.
Okay,
Yeah, what
right.
about that though, eh?
Blame Ivan.
What a load of fun.
I've just gone faster than my handicap, though. I don't think you're meant to do that, are you? On the...
Built in a shed.
Yeah, literally.
So
Yeah.
it's mostly BSA.
It is, yeah. We took about 7 months to build it, I think.
Is that it?
Well, the guy who built the original car built it in about 7.5 months. But he
Okay.
was 16 years old, and I don't think he had a job or anything, you know, so we were sort of aiming to...
When was that?
Only 36.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's in John Bolster's book.
Yeah, yeah.
At the moment, I'm the fastest of the 3 twin-engine cars.
Really?
Well, we just did a little photo shoot with us all.
Oh, another modest one.
Oh, there. Yeah, you know. That's why I'm here. You know, obviously.
I tell you what, Ivan, you're looking quite short again.
Yeah, I know. Well, they're all so tall, aren't they?
School milk, isn't it? That's why we
He'd have to have a special because he wouldn't get in a Formula 1 car, would he?
I struggle in this, yeah.
Yeah.
I do struggle.
So what bit did you do?
Most of it.
Oh, well, there you
I
are.
just wrote the check.
You bankrolled the thing.
I'll tell you what, it's good though, isn't it?
Oh, thank you very much.
What about the engines? Did you have to rebuild them?
We
and all
did,
that?
yeah. We've had to do them twice. We've had rebores on since as well.
Getting the crank right's the hardest thing, isn't it?
Yes, one of the bits we didn't do.
Yeah.
We got someone else to do that bit because it's not on splines or keyway or anything, so that has to be.
I race small bits, play with small bits. Getting the crank right's the hardest bit.
Got that.
If you,
The rest of it's so
if
simple.
you can build a V-twin and get it to run properly, I reckon you can do anything. I used to race against this car. I used to be raced by an old boy called Ron Footit. I think this is his car.
Ron Footing.
Ron Footit.
Footit.
And he was really quick, I tell you. He's had a good beating.
Okay.
It's a very, very quick, well-sorted car. Oh, this is a famous GN. This is called Spider. And it was raced by a man whose name I can't remember. But Basil Davenport. Basil Davenport was the man who raced this car. And he used to beat all the ERA, every now and again he'd go to a hill climb and beat all the kiddies, you know. This is like a GN special. It's got a V-twin engine and it's got a Bugatti clutch.
Really?
Yeah, that's a Bugatti clutch, that. And I'm not surprised because a Bugatti clutch works fabulous. That looks a serious car. I think that's a very quick car. You can have shed racing, but we had shed roofing and we got nearly as many people watching it. And they're all saying, oh, I saw you there with that bit of string in case you fell off. I was saying to Susie, what we got to do? Get a bit of string and I'll climb up the ladder, we'll tie it on me. Yeah. And then you can go up the top and say, where is he? And then you can come down and I'll pretend I've fallen off and go, oh. There you are, you see, it's true, I am a babe.
Oh, I'm a babe, am I?
Yeah, well, not bad, babe, I reckon.
Well, you did rush across to him with enthusiasm.
I did. Well, there you
I
go.
recognised him and I don't know anybody else here.
Ah.
Oh, you're playing it down now.
What a letdown.
What's famous person here?
These were the wise boys that bought the Hall and Scott. Yes.
Yeah.
And the other bloke was interested in it. Dominic, he's going to bought a bloody race 12.
I know, Liberty, isn't it amazing? So we can't wait to watch him restore that.
It'd be very clever if he can do
So
it.
yes,
We'll see.
so we've made drawings of the rockers, the missing rockers. So we're going to get those made. So yes, things are moving on.
Fantastic, that's great
to see
news.
you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, we're going to the Bugatti Trust.
I know when she was lovely. Well, she's still lovely. Tell the story. It's just reminded me of a story of a mate of mine worked in a repair shop, and this car came in and had to have a complete new body shell. So they stripped it out, and when they were stripping it out, they found a cigar case, and it was full of white powder. So anyway, they put it to one side, and next thing you know, the young kids, they're tipping the white powder out, and they're going like that. They go, oh yeah, it's definitely drugs.
It's good stuff.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff and all that. Anyway, so this goes on and on. Anyway, they repair the car and the lady takes it away. And a week later, she come back, she said, when you took my car to bits, did you find the cigar case? And they said, oh yeah, it's in my toolbox. In the meantime, so much of this white powder gone, they were putting body filler, you know, the white powder for body filler, topping it back up. Anyway, she said, did you find a cigar case? So they said, oh yeah, it's in my toolbox. She said, oh, that's my husband's ashes.
Oh dear, that's a good story.
It's a good one.
Another 51. Note the stone guard, like some of the earlier cars. If anyone else wants to jump in and do commentary with me, you're very welcome.
I think you're doing
bonnet open, excellent.
Type 35.
35.
Supercharged, so it's probably a 35B.
Is that a 35B?
Yeah, it's a late
It is.
car. Yeah. And it's a late one because it's got twin fillers.
It's a late one with twin fillers. I'm correctly informed. Ivan is sitting about 1.5 meters away from me. We're celebrating the exact moment where the first Bugatti crosses the finishing line of this race 100 years ago. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Way!
1, 2, 3. I think I've started living at the Bugatti Trust because I can't remember the bit when I went away.
No, well, you know, I think you fit in here perfectly. I mean, I'm trying to find the right job for you to maximise your knowledge, you see, but also make sure you enjoy it. Well, as a volunteer, you should enjoy your time spent.
Well, you know, there's so much to look at there. And because of all the old faces, it's good to see everybody.
Yeah, and then the next generation's coming through as well.
I'll tell you what, lots of lovely young people.
Yeah.
I mean, all them Austin 7 people and all them specials and everything, you know, I think it's a knockout. On an original engine, these banjos, they are not hollow, so there's just a hole drilled through. So unless you get that lined up when the oil comes out, it doesn't work. It gets stopped there, which is ridiculous. So obviously when we make them now, we hollow them out, so it doesn't matter.
I see.
And then obviously all the oil comes along from the oil pump, through the filter, and down here, and then into the main bearing.
Yeah.
But this has not got loads of main bearings, it's only got 3.
Right.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, spot on, thank you.
probably the most original Type 35 you'll ever see.
This one?
Yeah, it was looked after in New Zealand, and you know, all the undertrays are original, all the bodies are. It's a very, very original car. It is a fabulous car, really. Now, what you got to remember, I've known this old boy for a long time.
He's a lot younger than a long time.
Oh yeah, and I can remember when he used to buy chassis. And what did you come in?
Today?
Yes.
I used to buy Delar chassis, didn't I? And all of that.
Yeah, but what did you...
Rolls Royce.
Well, there you are, eh?
Oh, you've gone up in the world.
Wow, yeah.
I mean,
we keep trying to sort of, you know.
He's become an international car dealer, I tell you.
That's right, yeah.
He's buying and selling the most expensive cars in the world.
Bugattis, Alphas.
Alphas, yeah.
Lancias.
I can't believe it.
It's wonderful.
I
I'm
think-
working on them.
Well, I'm beginning to think that the public out there are beginning to realise that they've got to go and buy cars for people who understand the cars.
That's right.
So
Yep.
when you sell something, you say, well, the back axle's a little bit noisy, because you can't not say
No.
it, can you?
Yeah, they know that we work on
Whereas
them.
a car dealer who don't even know what a back axle is.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't do it because, again, every time I know what's wrong with the car, and without pointing it out, I feel terrible.
Yeah.
You know? Duncan Pittaway, when he bought his Bugatti, I said to him, Duncan, you've got to work on it yourself.
Yeah.
Because most of the owners miss the best part.
Ah, absolutely.
You know, working on it and driving
Yeah.
it, and knowing that when you press the clutch, what happens. So that if
Well,
it don't happen, you've got an idea what's
Yeah,
wrong.
you have a simpatico with it then, don't you? You know
Absolutely. Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
supposed to do.
This is William. This is William, who's a great mate of John Champ's, and me, him, and John Champ drove down to the south of France in a Type 44, which I used to own.
How many years ago? 20 years ago or 30 years ago? Or?
10 years ago.
It's more than 20,
Is
I
it?
think, yeah.
No, it seems like yesterday. Unbelievable. It's 20 years.
Well, perhaps a bit less, but not
Not much.
Did I have